Welcome to The Daily Quote, a podcast designed to kickstart your day in a positive way. I'm your host, Andrew McGivern, for December 11th. Did you know it's National App Day? That's right, a day dedicated to celebrating all those apps that make life easier, more entertaining, or occasionally just downright baffling. From ordering coffee to tracking your sleep patterns, apps have truly changed how we live. I mean, who would have thought a couple decades ago that we'd be carrying around tiny pocket computers to remind us to drink more water? Speaking of innovation and making things easier, today's quote fits right in. It comes from Steve Jobs, a man who knew a thing or two about apps and the devices that power them. Steve Jobs once said, "Simple can be harder than complex." You have to work hard to get your thinking clean to make it simple. But it's worth it in the end, because once you get there, you can move mountains. Now, isn't that true? Apps are the perfect example of this principle. Think about it. The most successful apps aren't the ones crammed with a million features or a user manual the size of a novel. They're the ones that boil down the complexities of life into a clean, user-friendly experience. Like, hey, here's your ride in 3 clicks. Or, here's a playlist you didn't know you needed but can't live without. But simplicity is deceivingly tricky. It takes innovation, trial and error, and probably a lot of coffee-fueled brainstorming sessions. It's the same with life. We often overcomplicate things. Our schedules, our goals, even our relationships. When deep down we know simplicity is the key. So, as you go about your day to day, remember to take a moment to appreciate those little rectangles of genius on your phone, or squares on your phone. They're squares, not rectangles. Whether it's an app that helps you meditate, plan your meals, or yes, even remind you to hydrate, each one started with an idea of making life just a little bit easier. And here's your challenge. Apply that same principle to something in your life. What's one area where you can work hard to simplify? Because as Jobs said, once you clean up the clutter, you just might find yourself moving mountains. That's going to be it for today's episode of The Daily Quote. Thank you for letting me be a small part of your morning or afternoon or evening whenever you're listening. Until next time, remember, the best apps might simplify your day, but the best choices simplify your life. And I'll see you tomorrow. Same pod time, same pod station for another Daily Quote.